Corsica, France. 4. Hikes, hills, haute cuisine, hidden sands. This chunk of France, afloat in the Mediterranean, deserves its moniker, L'Île de Butte. The rumpled, maki-cloaked interior, where you can easily forget the world, tumbles to perfect golden crescents, some touristy, some seemingly unfound. There's wildness if you want it, the hiking is some of Europe's best, but also fine food and indulgent retreats, not least Domaine de Myrtille, myrtille.com, possibly the continent's most romantic hideaway. Huahine, French Polynesia. 4. Blissful beaches, ancient sites. Huahine, a 40-minute flight from Tahiti, is Polynesia at its most sublime, and that is quite the feat. Slopes of tropical abundance sink into eye-searingly blue lagoons, there's culture aplenty, including the highest density of Mary temples in the territory, and opportunities abound for snorkeling, horse riding, surfing or doing nothing at all. Island, Canada. 4. Adventure, seclusion. This tiny speck of pines on Ontario's Coaway Lake can only be reached by canoe, and is ideal for two. There's a cozy cabin with a second-floor deck and outdoor dining table ideally placed for sunset, a floating sauna bobs in the shallows. Other than that, it's you and the wilderness. Nevis. 4. Tranquility, old-school charm. With no all-inclusive resorts or cruise ship ports, Nevis is as refreshing as one of its gentle trade winds. Accommodation is often historic, old sugar plantations converted into characterful hotels. Diversions include diving, hikes around Nevis Peak and sipping rum on Penny's Beach. Praslin and Ladoga, Seychelles. 4. Paradise, raunchy plants. Beaches don't get much better than the boulder-strewn powdery strands fringing the Seychelles. Ferries run between Mahé, Praslin, and Ladoga, enabling multi-isle moons, and a bit of local interaction. Little Ladoga is car-free, explore on foot or by bike. Praslin is home to good restaurants and the UNESCO-listed Valley de Mai Nature Reserve, where you can stroll beneath coco de mer palms and giggle at their suggestive seeds. Curimbas Archipelago, Mozambique. 4. Dhow cruising, culture. Why pick one island when you can have 30? That's about how many specks of wonderful white sand make up this Indian Ocean archipelago. Among them is Ibo, home to the 16th-century Portuguese trading settlement of Ilha de Mozambique, a must-see. After a dose of culture here, sail between the islands, remote Famazi, Luxquilly, stopping off on nameless cays for lobster barbecues en route. Santorini, Greece. 4. Unfettered romance, sublime sunsets. Santorini's the sort of spot that might move you to marriage in the first place. Visit this Cyclades isle with a bow and you're bound to leave engaged. It uses romance, with its pretty white houses tumbling down a part-sunken caldera. Stay in a boutique boat hole where you can sip Santorini wines on a private terrace while watching the sun sink into the glittering sea. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. 4. All tastes, island hopping. This Windward Islands group of 32 small isles is ideal for those who fancy a Caribbean boat experience but can't afford a private yacht. Public ferries hop down the Grenadines island chain, delivering on-deck local culture and the opportunity to find the island that suits you best, from unspoiled union to exclusive canoeing. Tasmania, Australia. 4. Culture, hiking, food and wine. It might not have the weather of tropical Queensland, but Australia's lush southern island state is where you'll find some of the country's best food and wine, epic mountains, cool lakes and hiking terrain. Outside the quaint capital, Hobart, there's Mona, a world-class gallery, brewery, winery and restaurant complex that will simply blow your mind, and where it is now possible to stay in plush, futuristic pods. In the north you've got the otherworldly Bay of Fires, famed for a luxury beach hike that culminates with flair at an award-winning Eco Lodge. Xiamen, Malaysia. 4. Waterfalls, local life, sublime sand. West is best when it comes to beaches in Malaysia, and Pulau Xiamen, 56 kilometers off the coast of peninsular Malaysia, in the South China Sea, has some of the dreamiest. The fine sands and warm, crystal-clear waters fringe an adventurous interior of waterfall-filled jungle, while laid-back fishing villages ensure the island retains a local feel.